Another question I get a lot is, around time and time management, and how do I know, how to make the best use of my time. So I think the first thing with that is you have to know how you're spending your time. I have a lot of people do time audits. So keeping track of their time and what they spend their time on over a week or so, and they can be 15-minute increments or 30-minute increments, something like that. But you got to know where you're spending your time to know how to better use your time. And then figure out what you like doing best. And you don't always, obviously we always don't get to do just the things we like. But figure out what you like doing best, because that's going to give you a better perspective on how to set up your schedule. So if I like to use like a like, love, hate exercise. So things that you like, okay, things you love doing, things you hate. Do that, do the time audit, do that. Then the next thing is, what are those things on your plate that you can move off your plate, whether you don't need to do them anymore, or there's somebody else on your team, or in some way you can hand them off to on your team or a contractor or something like that. How do you get those things off your plate that you don't need to be doing, whether it is you don't like doing them or somebody else could easily do them. So what are those things? And then looking at what's left, prioritize those tasks or those functions in some way. So, a lot of times I'll use a simple 4-box matrix with folks. Like, is it urgent? Is it important? Or does it fall in that quadrant to be able to prioritize your time? If you go through those steps, you're going to get a better sense of where you're spending your time, where you like spending your time, how you can get things off your plate, and what you should be focusing your time on.